Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today we're going to be covering all of the Funko news for September 22nd of 2020, and there's quite a bit to cover in this video, so we're going to get straight into it here with the first piece of news. Alright, first up here we've got the brand new line of Transformers retro toy figures right here, and these all look really fantastic. So going from left to right, top to bottom, we have Optimus Prime right there, then we've got Bumblebee, we have Jazz, we've got Megatron, and then we have Soundwave as well, all looking really fantastic. I think they did a pretty good job of translating these designs. The only odd thing is, and I feel like this with all Transformers products, is whenever you can't transform them, it just feels really weird because they're Transformers, it's in the name, and it always feels kind of off when you actually can't transform them into a vehicle. Now I know this would be nearly impossible for Funko to pull off with their Funko Pop design, and I'm sure they might have even tried during the design process, but it's just kind of odd. It would have even made more sense to maybe have them be 2-packs, and then you also get their transformed form as well in vehicle form. So I think that would have been nice to see, but still they look fine as Funko Pops here, and they did a pretty good job of transforming those like first gen designs. Then for keychain wise, we've got Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Megatron once more, and then for the exclusive ones from left to right, we have Soundwave right there as an only a GameStop exclusive. Then we have Optimus Prime right here as a Amazon exclusive where he is metallic, which looks pretty nice. And then we also have a Funko Shop exclusive here, which is Jetfire. At least I'm pretty sure that's who it is from the research that I was able to do. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course, and then I'll be sure to acknowledge your comment as well. But I think that they all look pretty good there. Honestly, the only one that I would maybe ever consider picking up is the Optimus Prime. I've never had a huge connection with the Transformers. I really enjoyed the new Bumblebee film, and I do like some of the classic cartoon series for the Transformers, but it's just never been something that I've really gotten too into, but I still think that the figures look pretty great and will probably be pretty good sellers. Next up here, we've got some brand new Mandalorian pops here, and the first one that we have is going to be the child with bag, and I think that he just looks really fantastic, super cute right there. I think he looks great within that bag, and it's cool because it's kind of a new sculpt there, so I do appreciate that quite a bit. Then we're going to be getting the Gamorrean fighter as well, which is a very interesting character. I honestly can't remember if we've seen this like character or like just person in Star Wars, like in the Mandalorian thus far throughout season 1, so I'm not sure if this is going to be a season 2 figure. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I'm honestly not too sure. It could have just been someone who I didn't notice in season 1 or who I'm forgetting about, as I haven't watched season 1 since it was airing, so I'm not too sure on that one honestly. But the one that I'm most excited for, and the one figure that I will pick up because finally it's going to be scale accurate, is the Mandalorian flying with the jetpack and the child, and I think it just looks amazing. I've been waiting for them to do this where they were going to have the Mandalorian and the child in scale, and I think it just looks fantastic. They actually look right, because I didn't want to get like a Mandalorian pop and then the child pop because it's just so out of scale. Don't get me wrong, I still like the individual child pops design wise, but I just wanted something that looked accurate, and I think that this really does it very well. Now I'm curious if at some point they'll have a metallic like exclusive version of this figure, so I might wait a little bit because these ones are all commons, but I think that it's still just an amazing looking figure and a really great wave. Next up here, we've got some more retro toys pops, and these are going to include My Pet Monster. We're going to be getting Tiger Furby as well, which will also have a keychain version as we can see, and then a Mrs. Potato Head also. So all three of these look really great. I think they have some fantastic and really colorful designs for sure. So overall, a pretty cool wave. Another pop that we have here is going to be a Toy Temple exclusive from Yu-Gi-Oh! And this one's going to be Yami Marik, and I think that this character looks pretty great. Definitely a character with a lot of detail in their design. I've never honestly heard of Toy Temple, so I'm gonna have to check out their website. This isn't a figure that I'm particularly interested in, but I'm always curious to learn more about other retailers, and also if they possibly ship to Canada, because I know that's a bit of a rarity with Funko websites, but I think that this is a pretty great looking figure overall and definitely a cool one. Next up here we have a Funko Soda, and this one is going to be a Pennywise RI Comic-Con exclusive. This one will be available through the Toy Vault's website from November 6th to the 8th, and it is going to be a limited edition one as well, so it's a pretty good looking Funko Soda, I must say. I like the Chase version as well. That's going to be limited to 15,000 pieces also, so I'm sure this is going to be a highly desirable of the Funko Soda line. So overall, a pretty good looking figure, but nothing I'm going to pick up personally. The next pop that we have here is going to be from the Funko Pop Directors line, and is going to be an Amazon exclusive of Kevin Smith right here, and I think it's a pretty great looking figure. It's nice that we're getting a Kevin Smith figure that is kind of just readily available, hopefully is easy to come across, and I really like the shirt as well that says written and directed by Kevin Smith. I think that's a pretty snazzy looking shirt there, and I think his outfit overall just looks pretty great, so I'm sure for fans of him, they're gonna probably want to pick up this pop. Another two pops that we have here are going to be from the Back to the Future line, and these are going to include a Target exclusive and a Walmart exclusive of Marty McFly in his future outfit, and then Doc and Einstein as well, and I think that both of these look really great. I love Marty's hat. I think it just looks so cool with that sort of just color scheme going on. It looks fantastic, and then I really do like the Doc Brown also. I think it's great that we're getting Einstein as a little Funko Pop right there. I think he looks super cute as well, so just overall, two really great looking figures. Next up here, we'll be getting a line of Dumb and Dumber pops, and I'm not going to go through each character here specifically. I honestly haven't watched the Dumb and Dumber films, so I think that there's some pretty cool looking figures here. Nothing too spectacular that I'm really interested in, but I'm also not going to understand any of the references here to the outfits that they're wearing within the film, but I still think they look pretty good, and it's definitely an interesting line. Alright, next up here we've got a variety of Funko Pop lists that have been leaked, so these are just going to be all of the names of the characters that we'll be getting from all of these separate lines here, and the first one that we have to go over is going to be a Disney's Fantasia 80th Anniversary line that should be coming this year, and these pops are going to include two Artist Series versions of Mickey. We'll be getting a menacing CHERNABOG, we'll be getting Baby Pegasus, Sorcerer Mickey, and then a Hippo as well. I honestly have never watched Fantasia. I really do have to check it out because I am a big fan of Disney, so it might be something that I look into, and then maybe I'll want to pick up the pops, or at least I'll be familiar with these characters. Of course I know Mickey, but then the other ones I'm not familiar with, but definitely an interesting line. Another list that we have here is going to be for the Godzilla vs. Kong film that we'll be releasing, and honestly I'm fairly excited for this film, but I still haven't seen Kong Skull Island or Godzilla King of the Monsters, so I gotta check out both of those films before seeing this one for sure. But the pops that we're going to be getting seem to be releasing April of 2021, so we have quite a while till they get released, but they're going to include Godzilla, Godzilla vs. Angry Kong, Godzilla vs. Battle-Worn Kong, and then Godzilla 10-inch, Kong 10-inch, and then we'll be getting Godzilla Fire Breathing, which I think that's the one I'm most excited for. And with the ones where they're versing, it really sounds like Kong's the one kind of like getting the descriptive words for him. He's getting angry, battle-worn, and Godzilla's just like, nah, it's just Godzilla, nothing too special there, but still some really interesting figures here that I'm really excited to see the sculpts for. The next list that we have to go over here is going to be from Star Wars The Clone Wars, and this one will be releasing December 13th according to this list, and it will include Wrecker, Ahsoka, Darth Maul, BO-KATAN, and then Darth Maul's captain as well. I honestly haven't watched really any of Star Wars The Clone Wars, so I'm not really up to date on it. I still like the characters from the series. I actually own like most of the first wave of the figures, so I don't know if I'll wind up picking any of these up. Possibly Darth Maul, because that is a character that I don't have in my Funko collection yet, and the Ahsoka would be something that I'd be interested in, but I already have two of her in my collection, so I don't know if I necessarily need a third, but still a pretty cool lineup. The next list that we have here is going to be from Pop Animation's Naruto. These will be releasing January of 2021 and will include Pain, Minato, Shikamaru, Kabuto, KIBA with AKAMARU, and then Naruto Six Path Sage, so some pretty interesting figures there. I'm I've honestly been meaning to get into Naruto. I think I've seen like the first 2 or 3 episodes, but I really do want to start watching it because these figures seem really interesting, and some of the ones that I've already seen look fantastic, so it might be a rabbit hole that I wind up going down. Alright, the next list that we have here is going to be from Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, with all of these pops releasing in August of 2021, so we have quite a bit of ways until we actually get these figures, and Funko loves producing these figures like Nightmare Before Christmas themed. I mean, it's great for people who are huge fans of this film, but it always just amazes me because I don't feel like the film, don't get me wrong that it's not like relevant, but it doesn't have like a new film coming out or anything for it, and like new adaptation of it or anything like that, so it's always just really surprising. But the figures that we'll be getting will include Jack in Train Engine, we'll be getting Mare in Ghost Cart, Sally in Cat Cart, we'll be getting Zero in Duck Cart, Oogie in Dice Cart, and then we'll be getting 3 Artist Series figures with Oogie, Sally, and Mare, and they'll all be coming in hard stacks as well. And then the last figure will be a Pop Ride with Christmas Jack with goggles in Snowmobile, so some pretty interesting sounding figures there. I'm interested to see all of the cart ones. Sounds like a similar concept to the Disneyland 65th anniversary train, so I'm guessing they're going to be able to combine together to create like a full cart with the engine as well, with Jack leading them, so I'm assuming that's what they're going to do, and I think that's pretty cool for sure. So overall, a pretty fun line of figures. The final piece of news that we have here in the last Funko leak, the list that we have, is just a variety of miscellaneous pops here, so we're going to go through these fairly quickly, including a Pop Rocks here of Sia, we'll be getting a Night Post Malone, a Black Sabbath album, and then we'll be getting another pop album from Metallica, Lady Justice, then we'll be getting a Pop Star Wars 10-inch Babu Frick from, of course, The Rise of Skywalker, the most beloved Star Wars film, and then we'll be getting Pop Town of Elf Gimbals with Buddy, then we'll be getting a Pop Deluxe of Disney's Queen of Hearts on a bench, then we'll be getting another Pop Deluxe for the Star Wars Millennium Falcon with Chewbacca. Now, if this is the same size as the Han Solo one and it's literally just them switching out Chewbacca, then I'm going to be pretty disappointed with that, and it's going to feel like a very unnecessary Funko Pop, but still, nonetheless, I'm sure people will still wind up purchasing it. Then we'll be getting 2 more Pop Deluxe here, which are going to be Jafar on Throne and then Ursula on Throne as well. Then we'll be getting a Pop Movies Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface, then a Pop Ad Icons, if I can pronounce my words, and we'll be getting it of MTV Moon Person, and then we'll be getting a Funko Soda of Chester with Chase, a Funko Soda of Michael Myers with Bloody Chase, another one of My Hero Academia Deku with Chase, which might be the only Funko Soda that I'm ever actually interested in, and I'll be really curious to see what the Chase is. My guess would be Deku with all of like his energy from all like One for All, like in like being shown with the electricity basically. I don't know how to exactly describe it, but I'm sure you somewhat know what I'm talking about if you know My Hero Academia. And then we'll be getting a Funkoverse game for it, so that's going to be interesting to see as well. But there it is, the list of miscellaneous pops. Alright, that's going to conclude my Funko news video here for September 22nd of 2020. I hope you did enjoy, and be sure to let me know if you have any questions down below relating to any release dates for any of these, where they're going to be available, just anything at all, and let me know what figures you plan on picking up. And if you did enjoy the video, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like and also subscribe if you want to stay up to date with Funko news. So thank you so much. I'll see you all next time, and always remember, keep on collecting.